Welcome to Tiger Wolf. I'm Josh, and this is David.
Please be aware, this podcast contains strong language and spoilers. All right, so today we're going to discuss the Calvin and Hobbes reboot.
No. It's Hobbs and Shaw. Need for Speed. You know?
Yes?
Sure.
Anyway, welcome to Shitty Movie Reviews.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh.
Man, I should have made a corn cob joke. Anyway. Cobbs and Slaw. Cobbs and Slaw! It was right there. Welcome to our picnic. We have Cobbs and Slaw. I don't even remember which one's which.
Hobbs
that's right. Shaw's the little one.
There you go. There you go.
So this movie was... It just was.
It was an action movie.
It was a very...
over-the-top...
Typical action movie.
Which, I'll be honest, I was perfectly fine with because that's what I went in expecting.
Very Too Fast, Too Furious, because they had a couple car chases and a weird, outlandish one at the end. I don't know if it... I guess it was a chase.
I don't know if that counts. I mean...
It was kind of a chase.
It was a chase, but does it count in the same sense?
I mean, there was vehicles with wheels.
Does that top them going across the... What was it? An ice sheet chasing a submarine or having a submarine chase them?
I didn't see that one.
It was
the last one I saw was when they were dragging a bank safe across the highway.
Okay. So you haven't seen
that I remember.
The
last one I remember is
the most recent one.
I haven't seen I think the last two
involved an ice sheet and a submarine.
2 Speeds, 2 Angries. It wasn't bad. Like, as far as an action movie goes, I like the story kind of. There was a lot of plot holes to it. Like, why would you... One, it wasn't actually a virus because what they showed in there was not a virus. It was like a nano...
It was like nanomachines.
Not a virus. 2, why would you have a virus that waits 72 hours to do anything?
That is potential for incubation, getting the victim to.
But it's not an actual virus, so there's no incubation needed.
Maybe it has to dissolve. Maybe the blood dissolves the outer casing in 72 hours, which is what.
Right, but why design it that way? Is what I'm saying. Because it was clearly a fully designed thing.
Chance to stop it in case you got it out too early.
They did have a machine specifically for pulling it out.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I mean...
I don't like it, but I'll take it. They did a good job on their characters. Both Statham and The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
They worked
did a really good job
together.
They did a really good job at hating each other. I think one of my favorite things in it was when The Rock just grabbed a dude off the motorcycle when they were driving by. It made him seem so massive.
Everything about that man makes him seem massive.
Not according to Shaw.
What
was it? Mike? Yeah, that's it. Mike Oxmall. And he didn't even realize it until he got up to the fucking airport. Like,
I go by Michael.
I go by Michael. Oxmall. Guy yelling at him.
It's really not.
Like, it was borderline spy flicky. The cameos were good. Like, they were solid, and they weren't just like, I'm only here for 3 seconds in this movie cameos.
They were involved
What's
with
his name?
the story.
Yeah, both of them came up at least twice. One came up 3 times.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Or Detective Pichu.
Is the one that brings in Cobb. And then there's a later part where they talk on the phone.
Yep.
Because, it's like, honey, the CIA's listening right now. Isn't that right? Such and such. Yeah, I'm right here.
Yeah, I'm totally right here. Don't worry, we got you.
We're family. We got you. Like, he's so in love with him for some reason. It was great. I don't. There's not a whole lot I've seen Ryan Reynolds in that I was just like, that's too much, or I don't like that.
Yeah.
I usually I'm right on board with his acting, the comedy, and everything for him.
Honestly, I think
and on that same line,
Kevin Hart was
Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart was great. Just spot on. I don't think I've seen anything with Kevin Hart in it that I didn't enjoy.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
He just folded out of that seat like nothing, and it was just like, hey, look, I understand y'all hate each other, whatever, blah blah blah. Like he's just going on this thing, and they're like, you're the marshal, and he's like, I'm exactly the marshal. I'm surprised you got that, but like,
and he nails both of them.
Oh yeah. He describes them like their situation to a T.
That was. And
good. He's like, if you need any help, just call me. Here's my number. If you can't reach me, you can call my mom. She always knows where I'm at. Like
he's just trying so hard.
He was trying too hard. That was the problem. Apparently, like he was like ex-SEALs. I think he said
he was a Delta Force.
Delta Force, right? Yeah, that was good. It was good. Idris did a really good job at being a villain.
Yeah,
I have a gripe, and it's not about him. It's about his line and the fact that it's reused later. He's like, "I'm Black Superman," but really, like, if I looked at the list of what he can do, he's more like Black Captain America. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. He just doesn't have flight, laser vision. He's only bulletproof because of the jacket he's wearing. Which, I mean, so was Cap. But he was super strong. Fucking, like, borderline ninja on the way he moved and everything.
Yeah.
The one he slid underneath the trucks. That was so cool. I don't know how I feel about that motorcycle because it was like, it must have been linked up to his brain to be able to maneuver with him that way.
Later on, when he's like running after it, and he jumps on it, and it just kind of spins for a second.
Yeah.
The only thing I thought was, and suddenly Michael Bay is producing this, and this is Transformers now.
That was totally a Transformer. Way better than the last motorcycle Transformer we had.
I think that's a long enough moment of silence.
Oh, because he got his spine ripped out of him before?
Why you gotta do things like that?
Because Bumblebee's my boy. Even if they did jack up his last movie.
Hey,
how you doing?
I liked the fact. God damn it,
we talked about this. We probably have an episode on it. Actually,
we do.
I didn't hate that. Anyway, Cobbs and Slaw was a nice summer flick.
Mm-hmm. It was fun.
It was exactly that, and I mean, like, I can't really knock it for its flaws because it's typical. I'm just an action movie flaws.
Yeah,
like they're going to happen. What it was trying to execute, I think it did a really good job of.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's try to pull a helicopter out of the sky. Oh, it's the world's strongest and most resilient helicopter. Let's throw a car at it. Oh, it hit the blades, but it's still flying. That, like, but I mean, again, it was attempting to be over the top in that way.
Yeah.
Like, it was clear from well before that moment.
Yeah.
In the opening, like, car chase thing, he grabbed a man off of a moving motorcycle as they were speeding the opposite direction and then happened to be able to let go of him in time to not break his arm off when he hit the stone wall.
Yeah.
He would have broken his arm easily.
Grabbing the guy.
Just getting the guy.
Yeah. I mean,
but it looked cool.
Yeah.
I can't argue that.
It looked cool. It was fun. And I think that's more important with this kind of a movie, is to go in and
It was
have fun.
it was executed well. It didn't look cheesy. It didn't look like the guy was being held up by strings. They legitimately made it look like that big muscly arm sticking out of the car was holding this gentleman up.
I'll be
I don't know if it was practical effects or what, but
to be honest, I believe it. I'm very sure.
Well, yeah, this is after he
can actually do that.
When he's fighting, I don't remember her character's name or her actor's name.
The sister?
Yes.
Hattie.
When they're when Dwayne and her are fighting when they first meet and he eventually just lifts her up when she's like on him trying to strangle him, and he's just like
no,
oh, fine, and it just lifts her up and he's like, you're coming with me.
Like that's that moment you're just like, yep, I'm just gonna.
But then they had those moments where it was just like, all right, yeah, because like after that, when they're talking in the I think it's the CIA
in the
office,
and
he's like, you're innocent. I know you didn't kill your team. And she's like, how do you know that? And he's like, you weren't trying to kill me when we were fighting. You were just trying to get away.
Like, he may be a walking wall of a man.
No, that's Turan.
He may be a walking wall of a man, but he at least he can pay attention.
I mean, I think statistically he is a Goliath in D&D.
I think so. Oh. He comes from a mountainous island.
Mountainous is a little... Not that mountainous. Like, all islands are mountainous. Because that's how they're created.
Yes.
But it's not like... It was very lush and green, you know what I mean? It wasn't like...
It had some steep cliffs is what I meant by mountainous.
Yeah. Okay.
It was more tropical and,
His skin could be grayer.
I mean, I'm sure he's gray in some movie.
Probably not yet. We'll see when he joins Marvel.
He's not going to play the Hulk. We already have a Hulk. And I really don't want him playing Joe Fixit.
I'm sure they could. There's plenty of roles in Marvel they could give him. Like they definitely do a good job casting that stuff.
Yeah, but I mean,
I honestly don't know if we have anything else to talk about this. It's a good movie. If you're in for a good action flick, then
if you just want a fun action flick, go see it. It's worth it. Like, I enjoyed it a lot because I went in with that expectation. I'm like, it's going to be a fun action flick.
That's the kind of thing, like, people getting tired of like the Too Fast, Too Furious movies and stuff like that. I was like, well, but are you? Because it's just a fun action flick. Well, it's just a fun act. Like, if your problem is like the story's getting too convoluted, then you're looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah,
that's not what this movie series is made to do. Like, don't get me wrong, I got kind of tired of it always being these crazy, outlandish car things. But at the same time, like, if I can, for free, watch the newest version of it, I'm probably going to sit there and watch it.
I mean, to be fair, the Fast and the Furious and spinoffs, the spinoff now, Hobbs and Shaw, have several actors that I enjoy pretty much anything they're in. So,
and they're good action. Like, I feel like it's going to become the new Expendables, but it's going to be like a better, maybe not better, but like more younger. of a bigger franchise.
Yeah.
Like, where it's going to have, because we already have two in it now, basically. Because the Hobbs and Shaw that are in Hobbs and Shaw aren't the same characters that are in the Too Fast, Too Furious. There was actually, I don't remember there being like any references to anything from the Too Fast, Too Furious stuff.
They referenced Deckard Shaw. Or they're talking about his older brother who he had to kill.
No.
Dom.
When he said "you made me kill my brother," he was talking to Idris about Idris's character.
No, in a previous scene, they mentioned one of his other brothers. Like, the reason Shaw was such a villain in Fast and the Furious is because Dom had killed someone close to him, so Shaw went and killed Han in Tokyo, which set off the whole series of events where Dom had to go after Shaw, which looped in Hobbs and...
Cool. Anyway. Again, that is not what these movies are actually about. Like, they frame it well with that stuff.
Yeah.
The initial Too Fast, Too Furious stuff was framed well with story, and then they started getting bigger and better because what else were they going to do with it?
Yeah.
Like, there's only so many good story movies you can do about driving cars fast.
Yeah.
And that said, I like Tokyo Drift. I enjoyed it. Like, I enjoyed it as a, cars going fast movie.
I like it more now because of the way they tied it in with the other Fast and the Furiouses.
But Dom was a good friend of Han's.
Yeah. I like it more now since they've added more to the lore behind the characters. But I mean, I'll watch pretty much anything with Vin Diesel.
Guys, he's full of shit. This dude absolutely loved Tokyo Drift when it came out.
Yeah, because he was Skyline.
What?
I was also a huge fan of Underground. The game.
Yeah, well, I mean, we both were.
That's why.
So, and I think that's why we enjoy those movies too.
Probably.
But at the same time, like, I'd rather be playing the games than watching a movie about it. Honestly.
Yeah, but I mean, anything with Vin Diesel in, I will probably watch it.
So he's turning the Too Fast, Too Furious thing into its own, like, production, like, company, from it being just the first, the movies of driving fast. Now it looks like he's trying to turn it into something bigger in the real world.
Yeah,
and I think that's actually really cool. To take, like, hey, I enjoyed doing these. I'm probably not going to do too many more of them, but maybe we can build it out for everybody else and have fun with what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's the feeling I get from it. And this movie definitely solidified that. That's probably the feeling behind it.
Yeah. I mean, there's, the supposed, issues between him and Johnson. They apparently didn't get along very well during the last movie they were together.
Well, they're both
large.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently they did not.
I can't imagine Dwayne not getting along with anybody. But then I don't know how he is in real life. I know he does a good job of portraying himself as a friendly person.
Yeah.
And generally that comes from somewhere. Because I feel like it's harder.
Speculate, I feel like it probably had something to do with the fact that Dom and Vin Diesel and Ludacris and the rest of them wanted to end the Fast series after the one that Paul Walker died during the filming of.
Okay.
And
that was before Dwayne came into it.
No, it's after. And then
he died after the second one.
No. Paul Walker's character was in all of them except for Tokyo Drift. He's been in every one of them except for Tokyo Drift.
No. I know that's not true.
Yeah.
It's impossible, for one. For two, they literally talk about dealing with him dying and Letty dying in 3.
Letty supposedly dies in 3. Or 4. Yeah, in 4, Letty supposedly dies. Because that's what brings Connor and Dom back together is they're trying to find out what happened to Letty. Because she supposedly got killed. And then you find out in the one after that in Fast 5 you find out Letty isn't actually dead. She's just got amnesia. And then the one after that is where they have to deal with Deckard Shaw, Jason Statham's character. And that's the one that Paul Walker's character leaves the franchise in. If I remember right, it's that one.
Well, I remember that the movie where they think Letty's dead is the one that Dwayne comes in on. I do remember that.
Yeah, because he's the one who drags them into, Hobbs is the one that comes and gets them.
Wow, my timeline for these movies is way off. So he's not in 2 or 3. That might be why
Connor's in 2. But not.
I am looking at the list right here. Fast and the Furious, 2009. Fast 5 in 2011, which that's a lot of movies.
The
real
first
quick.
Fast and the Furious.
Oh, I see.
Came out in 2001.
I didn't think it came out that early.
Yeah, it did.
That's why I wasn't even looking up there.
Yeah.
And Too Fast,
Too Furious. And then he isn't in Tokyo Drift, but he's back in Fast and Furious, which is the 4th movie.
Yep.
And then Fast 5, and then Fast and the Furious 6. And then he's in Furious 7.
How was he in Furious 7? He's dead 2 years ago before that. He died in 2013.
His brother is doing he filmed some of the scenes for...
Yeah, it's just posthumous release.
7. His brother filmed
For
the
some
rest of
reason,
the
I remember
scenes.
him dying much sooner in the series. No, I'm serious. Like, after the second movie.
But yeah, so... But I mean, like, pretty much anything that... After the 7th one, they were like, everyone was like, we should probably stop doing this. Because he was there in the beginning. And the studio's like, but it's making us money. So we're just going to make this spin-off over here. That's okay with you guys, right? And everyone was like, And the studio's like, cool, we're making it.
Well, Vin Diesel, like, produces the Fast and Furious series.
Yeah. That's why they're still... So that could have something to do with it. Just timing. Vin was probably not in a very good headspace at the time when they were filming that stuff. Pretty sure I wouldn't be if, my best friend died in a car wreck either.
There's one way to find out.
Or something. Hold on, let me find something to throw. Because I do not want to throw my phone. Like the only thing I have sitting next to me right now. Look, it's the only thing with weight. If I throw Balderdash, that's going to just go everywhere.
It's in the box. I mean, don't throw it at me.
But yeah, so. Anyway, back on topic.
We were done with our topic 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. It's fun. Go see it.
I mean, if you're into that sort of thing.
Well, I suppose that's the end of the episode.
Please like, comment, follow, and share. And also, more importantly, thank you for listening.
Take care.
Bye!